Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are diving into the fascinating case involving Diddy Combs, and more specifically the two attorneys at the heart of this legal debate. Tony Buzbee representing the accuser and Mark Agnifilo representing Diddy. Now, if you've ever wondered how public speaking plays a role in high stakes environments like a courtroom, for example, this is the perfect video for you. I'm going to break down both attorneys' communication style today, how they use rhetoric, body language, tone of voice to persuade the jury. By the end of this video, I'll ask you to make your prediction. Who do you think will win this case? Buzbee, the fiery storyteller, or Agnifilo, the calm strategist? So let's go right in. First up is Tony Buzbee. Now, if you've seen Tony Buzbee in action, you know he's all about emotional appeals, or what we call pathos in public speaking.
There are no coincidences in Austin. You never heard that? No, I haven't. Okay. Now I'm trying to figure out the connection here. Before October 1st, you had already talked to Johnny Sutton, hadn't you? I had not. Somebody had. Right?
He's a master at tapping into the jury's emotions, painting all those vivid pictures of his client's suffering. For example, Buzbee often uses phrases like, "This isn't just about the law, it's more about who's been wronged." That's some kind of quite powerful stuff. It's not just arguing facts, he's telling a story, pulling you into his client's world. Now, when it comes to his body language is bold and it's dynamic, and you will notice that he makes big moves, sweeping gestures, and convincing the jury to make it, leaning towards the jury to make it more personal. He is not afraid to take space in the room, that's for sure. Now, let's talk about his tone of voice.
George P. Bush applies to reactivate his law license.
Buzbee's tone is kind of forceful when he's accusing someone, and then he will soften it to create empathy if needed. He knows when to bring drama and when to pull it back, making his appeal more effective. So the lesson for you here from his speaking style is that emotional appeals, when done right, can really make an audience feel something. Now, if it's too much, if it's too dramatic, it kind of creates the opposite effect. It creates the feeling of being manipulative. So balance is key. Mark Agnifilo is pretty much the opposite of Buzbee in terms of style, in terms of speaking style. Agnifilo is more about logic, reason, what we call logos in public speaking. Instead of tugging at the jury's heartstring, Agnifilo works to ground them in facts and evidence.
I understand that the government has a great amount of electronic devices that they have to download and provide to me, but everything's on the government's timetable, nothing's on the defendant's timetable, and they're going to have to accommodate me and him.
It says the evidence clearly shows, which is a cue for the jury to pay attention to logic and reason. His body language is more restrained, I would say, almost minimalist. He will use small, deliberate gestures to make him look calm and in control. Unlike Buzbee, who moves a lot, Agnifilo's stillness shows confidence and professionalism.
I believe he's innocent, and we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer. I'm not really going to take any questions, but at this point, we are moving forward. We're preparing for trial as we speak, and we are considering our next steps and appealing the court's ruling today. All right. Thank you all very much.
For his tone of voice, Agnifilo keeps it steady. He rarely shows emotion, which makes him come across as someone who's grounded in reality, and he doesn't need to convince you with emotion. He believes that the facts speak for themselves. So the big lesson from from Agnifilo's speaking style is less is more. Staying calm and focusing on the facts, he can convey authority and credibility. This approach works well, especially when you have an audience that is very analytical and skeptical. So we've got two very different styles here. Buzbee's emotional storytelling style versus Agnifilo's calm and logical argumentation. Emotion versus logic. Both are very powerful tools in public speaking. Buzbee is betting on the judge's feelings, trying to humanize the issue and make them empathize with his clients. And Agnifilo, on the other hand, is focusing on facts. He's hoping that the jury will prioritize reason over emotion. And their body language follows the same pattern too. Buzbee's big moves, big bold movements and open gestures are designated to engage, and on the contrary, Agnifilo's more calm and controlled shows a sign of superiority. Now, think about tone. Buzbee modulates his tone a lot, and he's forceful when he needs to be, but he softens when he's appealing to emotion. Agnifilo, well, he stays steady, giving him that air of calm and confidence. Well, what does that mean to you? It all depends on the audience. Remember, if you are speaking to a more emotional crowd, Buzbee's approach might work better for you. If you're dealing with people who value logic and facts, make sure you watch Agnifilo's style to probably be more effective and persuasive. So now it's over to you. Based on what I've covered today, who do you think will win this case? Will it be Tony Buzbee with his emotional storytelling, or Mark Agnifilo with his calm, logical approach? Leave a comment below with your thoughts. Who is going to sway the jury and why? I'd love to hear your take. Remember, the skills that these lawyers are using in the courtroom apply to any kind of public speaking, be it a presentation, a debate, a pitch. Very important, because you have to understand what kind of speaking style you have and which one to use in order to persuade your audience. So if you like this video, subscribe for more content in public speaking and persuasion. And I'll see you again in the next one. Ciao, ciao.